Hey YouTubers, what's up? It's HARDCOREgmr4lyf's, and today I'm going to be bringing you something a little different. I know so far I pretty much bring you wager matches and free-for-alls, just, free-for-all type game modes, but I'm going to bring you some team deathmatch. Expect some domination soon, and because I know you guys like to see team gameplay too, and I'm quite capable of putting out some good team efforts as well. As you'll see, this game is not a bad game. Ended up getting my dogs on Summit. And so let's go ahead and dig right into the gameplay. As you can see, I capped this on my HD PVR at the time I was playing it, which I still like to do as much as possible because sometimes the theater does capture fail. Now, most of the time it does that. You can go to your recent players, the players that you played with, and catch it on their file share or recent games, rather. But sometimes it doesn't. I just had the other morning a situation occur where I was recording. Or actually, rather, I wasn't recording, and I was playing some free-for-all, and in 3 free-for-all games, my first 3 free-for-all games of the morning, I got 2 30-3s, and they were both phenomenal gameplays. I wanted to save those and put them on my file share, and when I went back, it was capture fail, which sucked. So I'm like, okay, no biggie, I'll go and check out all the guys I've been playing this with. One of them was bound to have it on their recent games, right? Wrong. I've experienced capture fails in this game before, but I've always been able to go back to a recent player and pick it up there somewhere, and that was not the case here. Not a single person that I played those games with had the games on their playlist as well, so it was a across-the-board capture fail on those several games. Since then, I have not experienced another capture fail, but all the same, there's a lot to be said for capturing directly at the time with HD PVR, as I did here. For example, you get to see the stuff at the beginning. It's not just a matter of, you can't see things like the game-winning kill cam and other things like that on theater mode. So it's nice to be able to capture with the HD PVR and still have that option. But at the same time, it's nice to know that pretty much any other time that I'm not recording, I'm still going to be able to go back on my recent games and pick that game up and record it on the HD PVR later. And I got to give kudos for Treyarch to putting that mode in here. It's definitely awesome for us commentators to have. So thank you, Treyarch, for that. And the few times it fails, that's not really that big of a deal. Obviously, they're keeping track of millions of people's games here, so if a few fail here and there, well, I guess it just happens, and I can always make some more good gameplays. So, I haven't been talking about the gameplay yet in this game, but as you can see, I'm playing a team deathmatch on Summit. This is one of my favorite maps. I tend to do pretty well in this one a lot of the time. And I get my ass handed to me on it occasionally as well, but overall, this is one of my better maps. And as you can see, I'm using the AK-74U. Now, I've got that decked out with a Warlord and Pro and a grip along with dual mags. Now, if I'm playing free-for-all, I'm going to go with the grip and rapid fire. But in this case, since I'm going to be faced up with several enemies at once, more than likely, as opposed to free-for-all where you're usually facing 1 or maybe 2 at a time, I definitely wanted to go with something like extended mags or dual mags. I tried extended mags for a couple games before this and wasn't really vibing with it, and swapped to dual mags this game, and it definitely worked out for me better, as you'll see. So my perks here are going to be Flak Jacket Pro, Warlord Pro, and finally Tactical Mask Pro. Now, a lot of people really overlook Tactical Mask, and that is a phenomenal perk for team deathmatch or domination, any team game. And the reason for being for that is the simple fact that Tactical Mask regular itself is not that good. The reason being, all it does is protect you from the effects of Nova Gas, and really not a whole lot of people use that. But when you get Tactical Mask Pro'd out, it becomes an excellent perk. Now, what it does in that case is it reveals the position of a flashed or stunned enemy. Also, it makes you not only immune to Nova Gas, but essentially immune to flashbangs and concussion grenades. So people can throw a concussion grenade up at you or a flashbang, get a hit marker, and think they've blinded you or incapacitated you in some way, so they're going to rush in, as you'll see happens a couple times in this match. And I just wax them because the grenade had virtually no effect on me at all. So in games especially like Domination, the combination of Flak Jacket Pro and Tactical Mask Pro is unbelievable, especially when Flak Jacket Pro allows you to safely throw back enemy frag grenades, eat most frag grenades and claymores, and eat napalm strikes. I mean, this is a very, very powerful combination that honestly I haven't seen a lot of people using, and it eliminates a lot of the deaths where you're sitting there saying bullshit. Try it, guys, because I'll tell you what, for me, now that I've tried this, I'm probably not going to play too many team games without this combination. It is very, very powerful for these sort of games. Also, TAC Mass Pro is an excellent complementary perk to Warlord Pro since, as I mentioned before, it does show the position of a flashed or stunned enemy by showing a little gauge in the center of your screen where you get your hit marker. It shows if they're to the right, left, or definitely right in front of you. And along with that, with Warlord Pro, which gives you extra tactical grenades and lethal grenades, it's just the whole class, that whole perk selection just complements itself so beautifully well. So I'll move right along to the kill streaks that I'm using. I've got the B-52 bomber for my 8 kill streak, 9 is my chopper gunner, and 11, of course, as I mentioned in the title of this video, are my dogs. Now I only need a couple more kills for my dogs. I don't see anyone right now, so I'm going to real quick lay down this B-52. That could have got me killed. It's a little bit risky. It's better not to actually lay down your kill streaks until you get your final one, since they're not going to help you get it. But as I mentioned, just a couple more kills for dogs, and I can hear someone, as a matter of fact, somewhere around the way clomping around without ninja, just like I am. And I'm going to take care of him. Now I think I'm really low on my ammo at this point, and I am, but I'm not as low as I thought. So I'm going to reload, actually, duck back here, and try and make the best use of the last of this ammo I have in this 74U. Scope that guy up, that's a friendly. But what do you know, we got enemy activity down the walkway. I'm going to duck over here, and that guy's going to try and get cheeky and throw a tomahawk at me. If he would have shot me, he might have got me. But he's going to give me dogs. So, I'm going to watch my kill cam for a second. That's another thing you actually don't catch when you're watching it in theater mode. So it's kind of cool, the little touches that recording it live with HDPVR adds. I digress, though. So my dogs are just going to town, as you can see. That guy was more worried about shooting my dog, so it was easy to direct impact stun kill him after I dropped him into second chance. And I'm just going to run around and create havoc. I'm not too worried about the enemy at this point, since they're dealing with both my teammates and the dogs. And I figure anyone that come on, I have a good chance of taking them out. So as you'll see up here in my next death, I actually think throughout this game that I'm experiencing a little lag. Not much, seems good for the most part, like there. As well, but then also on this next death, when I die, you'll kind of see it just feels a little laggy to me. And then when I look at the end on my scoreboard at the very end after the final kill cam and everything, it does have a 2 bar at that point. So while it wasn't horrible, I'm guessing I was probably at least on a fluctuating 2 to 3 bars. So actually I was kind of even more impressed by that this came out to be such a good gameplay. So I take that guy head on, but SMGs just, you can get some long shots with them, as I do in this round, but they just don't really have the range, and I'd rather just rock on over here and take him out from a more short range engagement. As you can see right here is the death, and I don't know, I mean, I definitely don't feel I probably should have killed him there, but I did think I should have got a hit marker. It just felt just a little laggy right there. But anyway, I'm really honestly not going to complain too much about lag when the gameplay goes this well for me, so it's just something I kind of noticed. But anyway, kind of this match is actually wrapping to a close. I tried to tomahawk that guy, but for the game-winning kill, but someone else actually shoots him in the face first, as you'll see. So guys, this has been Hardcore Gamer for Life once again, this time bringing you some team deathmatch. I hope you enjoyed the dogs, and you know, peace out. As always, thank you so much for viewing. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you like what you see. Have a good one, guys. I will be seeing you very, very soon.